Okay, we're going back live for a tornado warning. Okay, we're going back live for a tornado warning here. Jared Smith is back with you. We have a new tornado warning for West Ashley in Charleston, and this is pretty significant. Let's go right to the radar here. Where'd it go? All right, let's do that, and we're gonna go. I didn't get away. I knew I had a feeling that this was going to be a problem, and sure enough. So we have a tornado warning now, West Ashley in Charleston, South Carolina. So we're going to take it live on Instagram. So we're going live for a tornado warning in West Ashley here. Strong rotation approaching the I-526 terminus right now in West Ashley. So let's switch my microphone again here real quick. And give me just a second here to change that. But at this point, James Island is in the warning, but I think the danger's over there. I don't think it was going to be a very major issue for you guys for too long. Wow. All right. So there you go. There's the tornado warning. I've never heard that before. Very, very, very tight and strong rotation showing up on radar here. And very, very strong rotation on radar here. Yeah, let's go right to that. Let's check for debris first, and so far so good on that front. But again, there's the circulation. It's right at the terminus of 526, and this is going to move. This is going to make a move towards Shadow Moss. So if you're in Shadow Moss, you need to be taking cover right now. So again, tornado warning for Shadow Moss. Tornado warning. West Ashley, really Sam Rittenberg everywhere here. Tornado warning is not for Goose Creek. It is only for West Ashley in Charleston County. So again, if you're in Berkeley County, there's no tornado warning for you. The tornado warning is in Charleston County. It looks like it's right over the Stono right now. Is about to cross the Stono and getting towards 526 here. So what I'm going to do and put some roads on the screen here. So again, Sam Ritt, Glenn McConnell Parkway. This is close to me. This is close to me. On Johns Island, really headquarters, Plantation Drive, Rushland Landing Road. I think James Island is going to be okay. But again, this is tightening very quickly here. Savage Road. If you're on Savage Road, you take cover now. Let's see here. I'm just gonna just calling out some streets here. So yeah, Savage Road, some main roads here. Melrose. So if you're in the Melrose area, you need to take cover now. Tornadic circulation approaching your area. No sign of any debris being lofted, but this could change at any moment. So again, we need folks in shelter there. Now, I may be heading to shelter myself here shortly. So just to give you a general idea of the situation that we find ourselves in, we have a strong indication of rotation on radar about to cross Highway 17 at Savage Road. So again, we'll zoom in real tight. Highway 17 at Savage Road. This is going to approach Glenn McConnell Parkway. This is going to approach Charlie Hall Boulevard. They're probably taking shelter at Channel 5 right now, if I had to guess. River Road on Johns Island is fine. You did get the warning, but this is going to be north of you. This is moving north of you very quickly, so you do not need to worry about that here. Johns and James, I think you're okay right now. This is just tightened up here in the last few minutes. It's because I went off the air. Let's just be honest. So it always happens. Beast Ferry Road. I mean, again, if you're on Beast Ferry Road, especially towards Shadow Moss, there's a significant rotational couplet, um, making its way now up in that direction. So again, we need folks to be taking shelter in that area as soon as possible. Again, we're watching for a debris signature trying to develop, and I don't have anything on that front yet. But again, there's some very strong inbounds, very strong outbounds, and again, here's a tornado right here. 526 area in West Ashley needs to seek shelter now. So seek shelter now. 526 area in West Ashley. I would say, yeah, Highway 61. This is going to go towards. This is going to head towards Pierpont. This is going to head towards Shadow Moss. This is tightening up now as it gets over Carolina Bay. So Carolina Bay, be in shelter now. This is headed towards. This is headed towards Shadow Moss. This is headed towards Pierpont. This is going to head towards. This is going to head towards 61. You can see it here. I've got some streets called out for you here, and again we've got trouble. So yeah, again right here, the circulation right now is at the 526 terminus over Savage Road, Highway 17. So here's Savannah Highway. Here's Savage Road. There's the 526 terminus, and so right here, this is moving towards Shadow Moss. So again, this is moving towards Shadow Moss. This does not include downtown. This is purely a West Ashley problem right now. The warning does include Dorchester Road. The warning does include 526 here. Really, again 526 there, but the circulation is crossing Glen McConnell Parkway as we speak. I bet they're in shelter at Channel 5. I don't have them on, but I bet they're in shelter because it's literally passing right over Channel 5. The WCSC building off of Charlie Hall Boulevard. The tornado probability is up to 11%, which is fairly high, all things considered. We do not have a debris signature yet, which is really good news. So again, some really good news. So again, we have a report of wind picking up on Glen McConnell, and again, we'll be, please be safe, but we'll be interested in damage reports as this goes. And I've just had a power hit, so who knows? I mean, this is again, this is getting very, very close to folks in Grand Oaks. I may lose power, so I'll have to find another way to stream. But folks in Grand Oaks, folks in and it's going to get a little close for comfort. Power loss. Looks like we're losing power. Power outages in West Ashley at Glen McConnell. So again, folks, this is urgent business. Losing power off of Melrose, so that makes sense. Again, we have a tight circulation here. No real sign of any debris being lofted, which is excellent news, and we hope that continues. But the circulation is now very near West Ashley Circle. Circulation is crossing Glen McConnell Parkway. It's heading towards Wicklow. It's heading towards Bees Ferry, and this is destined for Shadow Moss. Looks like this is destined for Shadow Moss. Looks like this is destined for areas in the Pierpont area. Again, Highway 61. Highway 61 at Bees Ferry, right there. I think that's you need to be taking shelter immediately in that location. Let's find some more roads here. Rhett Butler Drive, Hunt Park Road, Wenzel Street. I mean, Shadow Moss Parkway. Moorfield Parkway. Shadow Moss Parkway. Like, let's just call it out for what it is. That we need folks in shelter there right now. Now, I know that some of you are reporting power flickers elsewhere. I know that there are power flickers happening elsewhere, and you've got 50 to 60 mile an hour winds coming through with the rain band that's coming through right now. But so there's going to be plenty of power issues here right now. But I think the main concern for the tornado threat right now is basically over Shadow Moss. So if you're in Shadow Moss, Pierpont, those areas, if I'm calling that out, then you need to be in a safe place right now, because this tornadic circulation is approaching Shadow Moss. It is approaching Grand Oaks. It's right over West Ashley Circle, it looks like, very close to West Ashley Circle. And I'm going to keep an ear out. Don't think so. So we had reports of power flashes. We have a new tornado warning. Yeah, we have a new tornado warning now. That's going to be extended upstream. So this now takes in. So we have a new tornado warning now. That's going to take in more of Ashley River Road. It's going to take in 165. This includes Somerville. So we have a new tornado warning that's going to include 17A. There's 165 again. Dorchester Road. This is going to include Somerville. So right now the circulation is over Shadow Moss, and this is going to continue to move northwest. This is moving northwest at 30 miles an hour. So let's get some got some streets on there. Let's also get some arrival times on here too while we're thinking about it. So again, here's the circulation. We're going to draw a manual storm track, and we are going to put 30 miles an hour. So again, northwest at 30 miles an hour, and so that's going to put this at Shadow Moss pretty much essentially right now for all intents and purposes. Knightsville at 1256, Ridgeville at 111, 132 at Harleyville. That's probably a little bit further out, but again, Somerville, I expect this in the next 30 minutes. So new tornado warning. Again, no sign of any debris being lofted yet, which is great news, and we hope that continues. But right now, this tornadic circulation, this possible tornadic circulation, is over Shadow Moss and is moving northwest at 35 miles an hour. We do not have any reports of a confirmed tornado yet. But that being said, one could form at any time. But yeah, this includes Somerville. This includes Latson. You're going to be right on the edge here. It's good to hear that there's not much going on in Shadow Moss. I'm actually really happy to hear that. So again, we've got a lot of questions there. There was the tornado warning called out the Stono. It was over the Stono River. It is now lifted north of the Stono River. So Johns and James, you're fine. I think you're good. I think you're good. I think you're just fine. So again, the circulation, it's a little bit elongated. It's not the best, is right at right towards Plum Bridge Court here. It's approaching Ashley River Road as we speak, and that is getting really intense. That circulation is getting very well defined here. Again, north of Shadow Moss. So let's see. Old Dominion Drive. Again, heading towards there. Radar does not indicate that a tornado is down, but that's good news. Radar does not indicate a tornado is down. However, one could go down anytime. So Berkeley did get included in this warning. There is parts of Berkeley County in the warning. This is a very good question, but we go by the polygon. So the polygon is the warned area. You can, it's the warned area. It is not headed towards Goose Creek. So I think that's the most important thing right now. It is not headed towards Goose Creek. It is not, it is currently generally a little bit northwest of Shadow Moss. It's getting towards Village Green right now. It's getting towards Village Green, and is going to continue to head up. It's going to head up towards. Looks like it's headed towards Ladson Road if it holds together. Again, the thing that, we just heard crazy winds over Forest Lake. So I mean, again, it sounds like it certainly sounds like that there was a wind maker, and I definitely heard a lot of wind here as this moved through. But yeah, whew, mercy. Yeah, so here's your, but again, here's your circulation, and let's see if this works now. Yeah, that works. There's the circulation. It's northwest of Shadow Moss, waiting to see if it continues to hold together. It is trending a little bit weaker over the last couple frames. But again, I think let's zoom out again, and let's talk about who's in and who's out, because the tornado warning has ended. Now, so one of the warnings, the original warning that brought us on here, the original warning that brought us on here is no longer in effect. So Carolina Bay, places I called out: Carolina Bay, Melrose, areas around Savage Road, Glen McConnell Parkway. The danger is over. You can step away. The danger is ended there, and we are going to do that. We have another tornado warning now for Beaufort and Colleton as well, with another waterspout coming ashore. So we'll bounce down to that in a minute. But again, the center circulation, wherever it is definitely becoming less defined than it was. It was very well defined there for a second, and I'm actually very pleased that nothing touched down. So here's the center circulation right here. Looks like it's over Village Green in that area. It is getting weaker, but it is still approaching Delamar Highway. Is still approaching 17A. We'll want to watch that. But I want to call out that the original warning is no longer on the board. So Johns Island, James Island, your warning is no longer on the board. We're good there. You were still dealing with a lot of heavy rain and a lot of strong winds. But yeah. So the Weather Service is seeing what we're seeing here too, which is good, that it is weakening a little bit, but they're going to keep the warning going. They're going to keep this warning going. So again, Somerville, Latson, those areas, Goose Creek, this is going to miss you. But there's still a sign of some rotation here that we'll have to keep an eye on there. But that is beginning to die down. Now we have a new tornado warning that includes Beaufort as well. And we've been kind of concerned that one of these might spin up, and sure enough, this one coming off of Paris Island is. And this tornado warning will go until 1 a.m. and this is going to include Port Royal and Beaufort. It looks like this is going to come right up the gut, cross 21 and 802 there. So we're good there. But yes, West Ashley, I think for the most part, you're all clear at this point. The only area now that I'm interested in. So again, West Ashley, you're good, especially south of Bees Ferry Road. You're good. Shadow Moss, the danger is over. Danger is over there. This is going to cross six. We're still watching this rotation. It is weakening. Hopefully we can get rid of this warning soon. Tornado warning for Fripp Island. And again, I'm just taking a peek here, but yeah, we have a lot of questions about West Ashley. West Ashley, you're okay. I think we're good there. Somerville, Latson border area. Again, you probably want to take shelter from this, just in case. Again, we have a tornado warning until 1 a.m. now. That is going to include Somerville and Latson, and so there's still some rotation being indicated here. It is kind of peaking up and down right now. So the Weather Service is not, they're not playing around with this stuff tonight. They're going to keep the warning in place here. And so they're watching that. And then we have this tornadic circulation that's going to approach Fripp and Paris possibly. This is moving northwest about 28. This is Beaufort, Port Royal. This is going to cross Highway 21. Highway 802 at some point. This is coming ashore now down here, and yeah, so we're watching this closely. So again, if you know folks down in Beaufort, Port Royal, and those areas, make sure that they know that they're under a tornado warning if their phones didn't tell them first, because their phones definitely did. Yeah, the phones definitely did, and it's been kind of wild. But yeah, if you're on James Island at this point, you know I think right now you're okay. Now, the other thing that we're dealing with too, though, is that we're dealing with this nasty rain band here, and so yeah, so there's a nasty rain band that's moving through with some gusty winds, and again, it's taking aim on downtown. The storm of the minute is here. And we've had some questions about Goose Creek. We've had some questions there. I think the axis of the potential tornadic activity is going to be continuing to shift northward. So this is about as far inland as we've seen one of these warnings today too. So we'll see what happens here, but again, so far it does not look like there's any evidence that anything touched down, at least not any debris signatures. But again, we'll be listening for damage reports just to see. But we'll be listening for damage reports accordingly. And again, so Beaufort right now, so Beaufort, Port Royal, you're once again under the gun here. Decent little hook echo showing up there. There's your rotation, and that's going to move across Highway 21 and 802 in the next 15-20 minutes. We are still watching this area of circulation. Let me go back to this. Let me go back here. And then, so let me, let's see here. So yeah, there it is. I mean, there's still a little there, kind of running parallel to 61 at this point. It's still a little there. So I want to keep an eye on that. I want to keep an eye on that closely. And that is lifting towards 165 and 17A. And this is going to make a run for Somerville if it holds together. But that's an if. If it holds together. Now, again, the main concern this evening is for the risk for a lot of flooding. Canterbury Woods, we felt it go by. So we felt it go by. A bunch of stuff hit the house and it was over. So that's interesting. Hopefully we can find out a little bit more about that. That's not good. Very, very, very concerned. We'll learn. We're going to learn. I think we're going to, we'll see what happens this morning. But if you're in Berkeley County, there was part of this warning that was in Berkeley County that has been narrowed out at this point. Berkeley County is no longer in a tornado warning. The tornado warning is going to continue to include Somerville, Latson, and again, it's kind of doing like this. It's doing one of those. It's headed across 165, across kind of where they're kind of at the 165-61 interchange there, and then it's going to get to the junction of 17A. So that's what we're going to need to watch. Now, again, we are under a tornado watch tonight, and and as we know, these things spin up and spin down very quickly. So, if you have damage reports or anything like that, we'd love to know. I'd love to get that information to the Weather Service. Again, the radar did not indicate that something happened, but it is what it is. The radar can't catch everything. So yeah, up 61 in Legend Oaks. Yeah, I would go ahead and do that. I would be in shelter for the next few minutes. We're still watching that thing. It's still trying to hang on a little bit. I don't know how much further inland it's going to hang on, but it's trying really hard to hang on there. Now we have a second tornado warning too. I know that we have some folks from Ladies Island, Beaufort, and everybody watching, and so we have a second tornadic circulation that is coming ashore now around Fripp Island. Looking at some other radar data, I can't see any evidence of a debris signature here either. But we'll continue to watch that. So again, the tornadic risk is over in West Ashley for the moment. We still have this very nasty band moving through with a lot of heavy rain, and every once in a while, as we have seen, it can spin up a tornado warning. It can spin up a circulation very quickly, and it'll go away just as fast. That's the way these work. That's just the way these things go. So again, we continue to watch a circulation that's approaching 165. In the meantime, getting back down to Beaufort again, this tornadic circulation getting over the islands out here, and then getting across 21, and then to 802, if that does hold up. And as you can see, we've got the blinking green. That's a flash flood warning as well. So again, we've got a lot of weather going on still tonight. It does look like it's possible that we may have still had some of the near surface stability help, but there's still a good hook on this thing, so we're going to keep an eye on it. Again, here's your circulation. This is just about to cross 165. It's just about to cross 165 right here, and that is going to continue to move northwest. So, we're gonna, we'll see what happens. Now, we do expect tomorrow to be kind of an early day. Let's see what we got going on here. We've had, again, we've had reports of wind there. Let's see here. I'm just reading some things. So, as far as we know, right now, nothing touched down, but we're still watching it. But you can go to bed back again. Shadow Moss, Grand Oaks, those areas. You can go back to bed. You're fine. The circulation has moved away and is now about to cross 165, just to the west of where it links up with 61. So we have more coming tomorrow. Maybe not necessarily tornadoes, but definitely rain. We have more rain coming tomorrow. And so that's going to be, something that we're going to need to keep a close eye on for the flash flood threat. And again, we have a flash flood warning out for the entire Charleston metro area pretty much. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. A flash flood warning out until 2:45. And plenty of rain has fallen. Plenty of rain will continue to fall. Storm totals are getting north of 5 inches now in much of the metro area. And so we're going to have to continue to keep an eye on that. Let me go back to reflectivity here. I hope. There it is. And so zoom right here. It's not quite looking as well defined as it was, I don't think, but I'm just looking at, different, again, there's a reason we use multiple sources of radar, and that's because we want to know, what's what. So let me clear the road. Let me clear the roads off of here because I messed those up. We'll go back to labeling some roads. So again, 17A, it's crossing 165 right now at 61. And so there's now we're getting closer to Somerville here, but again, that's where the circulation probably is. I don't know what, I might need a minute here. What is this? 1240. It says it's 1240. This is not what I'm seeing in this. Oh, because I'm looking at the wrong storm. That would explain it. All right. It's late. So 165, and then and this is crossing here. But again, when I'm looking at, I'm going to take a peek over here at the storm relative velocity. Still a little bit of a sign of something spinning here, but is definitely not as pronounced. However, we still have the warning here. The tornado warning is continuing for the moment, and the tornado warning will expire at 1 a.m. We'll see if they continue to try to extend it or not. But yeah, there is still some evidence of circulation here. Regardless of circulation, gusty winds, heavy rain are certainly going to be factors, as we have, we've seen some tropical storm force gusts from some of these. We've had numerous gusts from some of these. So yeah, definitely a lot to watch. I'll kind of take that full here. The other circulation that we're watching continues down in Beaufort County. This is maybe two twin circulations trying to get going here, about to cross Highway 21. Beaufort, I'd be, if you're in Beaufort, I would be getting in shelter. I'd be getting in shelter right now. So yeah, I would be working on that. Again, this is going to cross Highway 21. Here's Highway 802. Get that labeled there. I just want to get some streets here. The Highway 21 business bypass goes through Beaufort. So certainly something here that's going to need to be watched. So let's go back to the Somerville storm. We're just going to bounce between the two, and this is persistent. This is trying to hang on, which is why we still have a tornado warning here. It's still trying to hang on. It's crossed 165. It's approaching. It's going back to approach 61. So Summer Drive. Let's really get tight here. Summers Drive. Maybe that's a GIS issue? Dorchester Road. I think that's old trolley road there at that point. And 17A once again, and then eventually Old Tower Road. Knightsville, you'll want to keep an eye on this. You'll want to keep an eye on this in Knightsville. Fripp needs to remain in shelter for the time being. Definitely stay there for a few more minutes. Should be able to clear you out of the tornado warning soon. But yeah, we want to do that for. We want y'all in shelter there for a few more minutes. So here it is. Again, here's the circulation. Whatever circulation is left is approaching 17A now in Somerville. And so with that in mind, we've got, we'll have to keep an eye out. See if they, consider extending this further. The rotation is not as tight, and it is worth noting that when we take a peek at the debris scan with the correlation coefficient, we'll do that now. You can see it's all red, and that's good. Red is good in this case. We like red. Red means that everything is uniform. Red means that everything is meteorological. That's picking up drops and nothing but drops. So help me God. Okay, we have a new tornado warning. All right. So this is for Berkeley and Charleston. And we have a new tornado warning now over the Don Holt Bridge. So we have a new tornado warning. So let's go get that. This is going to be for Goose Creek, Hanahan, North Charleston. So we have tornado warning now. Goose Creek, it's very near Daniel Island right now. Let's get the circulation. Let's go back to the telestrator. Let's get the circulation. There's the circulation right here. Yes, so yeah, we now have a tornado warning for Goose Creek. Goose Creek, Hanahan. Yep. So now it's real. Now it's real. Goose Creek. Now it's real. Now it's time to move to shelter. Anywhere Park Circle, North Charleston. It's time to take shelter. Time to get into that safe place. Hanahan, time to get into that safe place. This is crossing the Cooper. It's going to head right over 526. It's going to head right over the Don Holt. So there's the circulation right there. Goose Creek needs to take shelter. Yes, Goose Creek needs to take shelter. If you got that warning on your phone, you need to take shelter. Yeah, we need folks taking shelter. This is a very strong area of rotation crossing the. It looks like it's about to cross the 526. This is headed towards the Naval Weapons Station. headed towards Wilkinson Way. Zoom in a little bit. So Yeamans Hall Road. Here's North Rhett. And I know this area very well. I grew up around here. Red Bank Road. This is, again, getting back to Joint Base Charleston here. Torpedo Road. All of those areas. So if you're on the base, it's time to take cover. Time to take cover right now if you're on the base. And I'm going to get a note out to that effect real quick, folks. So please bear with me as I do that. So we need folks taking cover there. Johns Island, you're fine. Again, we're okay in Johns Island, but what we need to do, Johns Island is fine. Johns Island does not need to do that. But yes, we have a tornado warning. This is the area of circulation that's right around Park Circle right now. This area of circulation that's approaching the Naval Weapons Station, Perimeter Road, Wilkinson Way, the Yeamans Hall. It's going to get into, it looks like it's trying to get into Hanahan here. Certainly not as intense as it was, but still, spinning up and spinning down. This is the game, folks. This is the situation that we find ourselves in right now. Is that we are dealing with that. So again, alarms going off. If you have an alarm going off on your phone, that means you're within the polygon and you should take shelter. Red Bank Road. I mean, this is going to, yes, if you're in Goose Creek and you got that alarm, you should take shelter. You won't have to be there long. Just hang out. You're going to probably be fine. But we just want folks to do the right thing for their own safety, just in case. Again, the good news is right now is I don't see any sign of a debris signature, which is good news. But we are now contending with 2 tornado warnings, although I think this one's going to go. The circulation that was crossing 17A in Somerville is pretty much dissipated. So if you're in Park Circle for the next few minutes, I would take shelter. I'll let you know when you can come out. Nexton Parkway, I think you're going to be reasonably okay. But when we're looking at really just a lot of Goose Creek. Again, if you leave your let's see here, that's your Hanahan, Goose Creek again. If you heard the alarm, you need to take shelter. So we're bouncing between a bunch of tornadoes too, because I got one. I've got a circulation continuing, pretty well pronounced circulation continuing just across Highway 21 north of Frogmore. And it looks like there is a debris signature. Looks like this is down. Looks like this may be down and doing damage. This is around, again, this is around Frogmore. This is Beaufort County. This seems to be down and doing damage. So that seems to be down and doing damage. So again, I got to bounce between a bunch of them. We got another circulation that seems to be trying to take shape around Hilton Head Island too. So again, I'm sorry I can't spend a ton of time on each one. Somerville, I think you're going to be okay. I have a feeling that they're just going to let this one go. They're probably too busy to cancel it at this point. And so they're probably going to cancel that at some point. So this tornado warning continues. If you're in Park Circle, North Charleston, Park Circle, you're still in the warning for a few minutes. Daniel Island, you're out of it. Right now, the circulation is around the Naval Weapons Station. It's going to be around Remount Road, North Red Avenue, about Yeamans Hall. So again, this is going to, looks like it's trying to move up North Rhett. So again, if you're in Sedgefield, if you're in in those areas, you want to keep an eye out for this. Liberty Hall Road. Again, North Rhett. Here's Liberty Hall right here. So some future potential issues there. We are fine in West Ashley at this point. West Ashley is fine. You were clear and we are good to go. The main concern in the Charleston metro area right now is around Park Circle, moving through Hanahan, up North Rhett into Goose Creek. So again, West Ashley is clear. You were clear in West Ashley from a tornado danger. There's still plenty of rain to be had, and a whole lot of it to come. Fortunately, we've gotten some of those heavier rain showers north of downtown, which helps. But again, we're looking. We may have had a brief debris signature show up near Frogmore in Beaufort County. We just got a lot going on right now, bouncing around from place to place. The circulation north of Park Circle is the one that we're pretty well focused on right now. And again, this is all right. So we have, let's see here. I think they may have just canceled it. Stand by. No way. All right. So the tornado warning continues for Dorchester. Okay. So they're keeping this tornado warning going. We're going to get an updated polygon here in a second, but this circulation that we were tracking over 17A, it's still kind of hanging in there, and it's still trying to hang in there. So the Weather Service has trimmed the warning, but it's you can see here they've very much trimmed this warning. Old Beach Hill Road still involved. Oops, I did that wrong. It's fine. Highway 61, but yeah, this is only going to be out for a few more minutes. This has just been it's been a pest, and it's hanging around here. But Somerville Metro, Somerville downtown, and those areas there, you're out of danger. You're out of danger at this point, so that is good news. Let's just keep bouncing around. I'm getting concerned that there might be a circulation trying to get going around Cainhoy. And this could head towards Bushy Park. Let's see what happens. Let's see if they warn this. Wait and see. The main circulation that we're concerned about is heading up North Rhett. Does not look as well defined as it did, which is good news. But right now, if it's out there, it is crossing into probably Tanner Plantation, but it's weak. So it's weak. Latson, you are in the polygon, but I think this is going to stay to your east, if I had to guess. But still, yeah. So Somerville's in the clear. Latson, you're kind of in this second warning. You're in the second warning along for this Park Circle system. I think you'll probably be okay from it, but again, if your phone went off, I would just hang out for a minute. No risks. This is continuing to, again, we're seeing the circulation, trying to hang on. No evidence of debris, no evidence of any, of anything down, at least by way of the radar. Now let's see. Let's see. The proof is in the pudding in the morning, but probably. But there's Wilkinson Way, North Rhett Boulevard, North Rhett Avenue rather, tornadic circulation. Heading potential tornadic circulation. Again, not cleared, and it's really not looking as good as it did. Which I'm all for. Believe me, nobody supports that more than I do, and we may have a little bit of rotation trying to get going in Cainhoy along Clements Ferry Road. It's not warned yet. We'll see what happens. If that takes place, that'll head towards Bushy Park and Cypress Gardens eventually. So again, kind of a broad area of rotation there. But Park Circle, I would say that you're probably in pretty good shape at this point. I think you're in a good place now. Folks, keep in mind that these tornado warnings are in relatively small locations, but if you're in one of these cells, you're taking it on the chin right now. Very, very heavy rain, gusty winds. You're taking it on the chin, And every once in a while, these things kind of try to spin something up and they try to misbehave. We're seeing that in Beaufort right now. We have still have evidence of a circulation crossing Highway 802. This is headed very near Burton. And this is going to cross Highway 21 in a more rural part of Beaufort County. So we're going to need to continue to keep an eye on that. There's still a decent circulation there. There may be another bit of shear trying to get going to the south of it. And again, eventually Yemassee possibly could be an issue. Yeah, this is going right over 802, very near Beaufort downtown. So, yeah, just a lot. There's a lot there. We have this area of rotation that's showing up, again, right around the Hanahan and the Naval Weapons Station and Tanner Plantation. The tornado warning that tornado warning in this one right here, this around Somerville, this is going to expire. So this tornado warning is over. That's going to drop off the map here in a minute. If you are 6117A, those areas, you're good. You're just fine. Yeah. So again, West Ashley. Let's take it from the top here. James Island tornado warning is over. West Ashley tornado warning is over. Johns Island tornado warning is over. You're still under a tornado watch, and we're probably going to extend that. I can see that being extended here in the next little bit. There's still evidence of a circulation near Wilkinson Way heading towards Red Bank Road. The radar data is getting a little bit noisy here, but this broad area right here, approaching Red Bank Road and Goose Creek, and this is going to head towards, and again, this is going to head back towards more of the Naval Weapons Station, some of the housing back there. So let's see. Looks like they did extend the watch. Yes, they have extended the tornado watch until 7 a.m. So I'm just learning that now. The tornado watch has been extended until 7 a.m. So it is 1 a.m. now. So it continues here. Let me, I'm just, sorry, y'all. I really need to get my dog into this. I feel like that, he could be a very good help here. He could help me with this quite a bit, but it's beggars can't be choosers. So let's, so I'm just getting some stuff out there, but yeah, we are, it is getting close to Liberty, whatever rotation is here. And again, this is getting pretty noisy and it's broadening out, which is really good news. But we're still going to watch it. It's getting close, but it looks like that more of the circulation is still closer to the Naval Weapons Station. So there's no tornado. So the other thing too is that there's no tornado down yet. We don't see any evidence of debris, which is excellent news. But we still need folks to be taking cover, taking shelter. The Beaufort tornado warning has expired, so the Beaufort tornado warning is off the board. And so Beaufort, we're good. This tornado warning is now the only game in town. Sorry, Goose Creek. So this is the only game in town right now. So we're going to keep focused on this. Again, whatever's in here, this is getting really noisy and really broad. It's headed to Red Bank Road. Now, that being said, again, I think the thing to keep in mind is that tornado or not, this weather's gnarly. Okay, this weather's gnarly. There's a very, very heavy rain coming down right now within these rain bands. Trains of rain, and it's fire hosey, right? You're gonna have some gusty winds, 40, 50 miles an hour. Certainly a possibility. Straight line gusty winds, that is. We can still have power outages. You don't need a tornado warning to lose your power after all. And we still have some very heavy rain coming in off the water. And another round of rain getting close to Debby circulation, which is in southeast Georgia, and we'll be heading offshore tomorrow. Um, and that is, then that is just it's meandering, and it's going to meander a little bit further north, and so this band is going to probably get into Charleston maybe by morning. Well, it is morning, um, but but noisy data is good, um, and we kind of like noisy data at times. Sometimes it gets there, but yeah, when we look at this cell now, we don't see any telltale sign of any inflow notch. We don't see that hook. We don't see those things there. I don't know if I sleep tonight. That's a really good question. Here's the circulation, right? If there's a circulation, it's right between Goose Creek and Hanahan now. It's crossing, it's around the Naval Weapons Station if it's there. So Liberty Hall, probably crossing that, getting very close to that as we speak. But again, I'm not seeing the definition in the rotation that we were seeing when the warning was issued, which is very good news. There's still a little something there. There's still some evidence there, but again, most of that is showing up now over the Naval Weapons Station. So again, if you're in the Naval Weapons Station, if you're living in the military housing there, you want to make sure that you're still in shelter there. They have trimmed the warning back, it looks like, too. So that's another thing. We've a little bit of a trim back on the warning. So again, if you're, North Charleston Park Circle, I think you're okay. The area of concern, the circulation area of concern, is now to your north. So I think you're okay. We keep getting sweeps. We keep getting updates here. I'm going to turn on our live scan to get them a little bit faster even. And so if there's anything there, it's over Red Bank Road right now near Goose Creek High School, just to the east of Goose Creek High School. If there's anything there, but we'll see. This is getting close to Liberty Hall Road. This is getting close to, again, we're still over the Naval Weapons Station. So watching this, again, we're going to keep an eye on this. And again, a warning means it's happening. A watch means that it could happen. Think of it this way. It's like a cupcake. Cupcake watch, cupcake warning. Cupcake watch, the ingredients are there, ready to go. Cupcake warning, oh my God, we have a cupcake. And I wish we had cupcakes. I could really go for one right now. But warning is worse. So that's the deal. We do not know if anything has touched ground. We may not know that until tomorrow. So we may not know that until tomorrow. So getting some questions on how long I'm going to be here. Well, I tried to go to bed an hour ago, but yeah. So that's not happening. So we're gonna hang out for a minute and watch this. So again, when we look at that circulation around, again, it's a very, very the circulation just went over Goose Creek High School. It's still a little bit there, still a little there, crossing over Liberty Hall right now at perimeter. Kind of get closer here. So here's here's Perimeter Road, Goose Creek, Henry Brown Boulevard, and some of these maps actually are slightly out of date because there's been a whole lot of development back here too. So again, if you're Brick Hope Plantation in those areas, very close to Montague Plantation, Weather Daddy wants you to get into a safe place. Just as a path of least regret. Again, the data is noisy. We're not seeing any signs of any debris being down. But yeah, that's it. So again, this is not near Crowfield. Crowfield is a little bit more. It's on the other side of 176. So this is more Brick Hope Plantation, Montague Plantation, those areas. That's going to pass just north of Montague Plantation. But yeah, the tornado warning does continue here. So for those of you on Instagram, people have been calling me Weather Daddy in the YouTube chat all night, so that's where that came from. So anyway, I don't think that's going to be permanent branding, but the tornado warning has been trimmed back. So Hanahan, if you're in Hanahan, you're good. In the Park Circle, you're good. North Charleston, you're good, at least for now. Again, that's not to say that you're not going to have some gnarly weather. But the tornado danger has ended for the moment. Again, tornado watch is now in effect until 7 a.m. which does not bode well for my circadian rhythm. There are no other active tornado warnings in the state. This is the only game in town near Goose Creek right now. And so, so had a couple people ask me, what does it mean? I've been saying the data is noisy. The data is noisy. Well, it's not well defined. It's not one of those like really obvious. It's not one of those really obvious ones. It's not super well defined like we saw earlier. It's that helps. It's not tremendously strong. That's what we want. It's not tremendously strong. So again, zooming out, Hollywood, you're fine. I mean, again, we're gonna have gnarly weather for much of the night. I mean, it's not over yet. I think the tornado watch has been extended until 7 p.m. We have a continued stream of heavy showers and thunderstorms moving ashore towards Goose Creek. We have a second area, and we're getting a new scan in right now. We have a second area that's going to move north out of Beaufort and is going to move into the Charleston metro in the next few hours. There's going to be a break. We're going to get a break, and that's good. That gives some drainage some time to recover. We're getting some really impressive rain rates from this. But the whoops, that's not what I meant to do. All right, got it. I want to turn the labeler off. Let's see. That's where it is. All right, cool. All right, now I'm just getting a few things together with our radar software here. But yeah, I mean, this is, you don't need any spinning for this to be a problem. You don't need, it's going to be very heavy rain. It's going to be an issue off and on all night. Flash flood warning continues until 2:45. We'll see what happens. This could get extended further up into Monk's Corner, this flash flooding issue. So again, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Very much so. So again, this is moving in. Beaufort, you're getting a lot of rain right now, but the tornado threat is lower. We still have special marine warnings out for these bands, which are producing water spouts. And what we're seeing tonight is that some of these water spouts are making it on shore. Is essentially some of the issues that we're seeing now. This is the furthest in that we've seen one of these rotations kind of sustain themselves. But again, I'm gonna stop that, and we're gonna let the sweep kick in and see. Just there's a latest update coming in off the radar, and we'll kick it in there. And so there are still some rotations out there, kind of lingering. And Edisto took a hit earlier tonight. We've got to keep an eye on a couple more areas of circulation with this next band of rain as it approaches Edisto. Got two more out here, and it's we may not be we're not out of the woods yet. Okay, we're not out of the woods yet. So that's that's something that we're going to need to keep a close eye on as we go on. There are some additional rotations that are trying to, that may try to cross into, Folly. I mean, again, we're going to be dealing with that for a little bit. So let's get back to Goose Creek. The rotation is starting to tighten back up again near Mount Holly. So Old Mount Holly Road by 176. Here's the 176-52 split. There's Boulder Bluff, Montague Plantation. And there's that. Let me do the telestrator once again. So here's your rotation. Here's the circulation. Would not surprise me given how this is, well, wait a second. They're expiring that tornado warning. But It's still. It looks like it might be trying to tighten up. So let's hang with this for a minute. Um, this is a. If you're in Cane Bay, I'd be keeping an eye on this. This may be a new circulation trying to get going here. Yeah. And again, most of us, just try to go to bed, try to get some sleep, but just keep that weather radio close. And again, I cannot guarantee that I'll be able to stream all night, but I'm going to do my best. I still have a day job that I got to do tomorrow too, so we got to be careful of that. I don't want to be out on the street begging people for weather money. So that's not what I have in mind. But here's the circulation. Here's what's left of that circulation getting north of Goose Creek now. Looks like it's running a little bit parallel to 176. So State Road, 17A, main road. Let's get some road labels on here again. Again, there's no this tornado warning is being allowed to expire. The Weather Service is keeping a close eye on it. So we'll want to continue to watch this closely. There may be an upstream warning needed for Cane Bay. So let's see what happens. But yeah, here's Cypress Gardens Road, going up 176 and 52. And eventually we'll get to, that's a great name for a road. And then probably not that far inland. Weather Service is noting something that we've noted is that these are not, when you get further inland, the instability wanes. And so it becomes harder and harder to sustain the potential for a tornado to make it to the ground. Now, that's not to say this thing can't rotate aloft. Now, when we're looking at the radar here, we're looking about 3,700 feet into the storm. So we're looking 3,700 feet into the storm. This is not necessarily closer to the ground. So something to keep in mind there too. Weather Service folks, they know what they're doing. And we will, we'll wait to see if they decide to extend a warning into Cane Bay. But you can see the tornado warning has now been allowed to expire. Tornado warning is off the screen in Goose Creek. If you are in Goose Creek, you can come out. At this point, I think you're good. Hanahan, Hanahan, Park Circle, North Charleston, you can come out and go back to bed. I would strongly recommend it. Get the sleep that I want, and we'll go from there. That's just part of how it goes. So here's the circulation, and again, we're going to keep an eye on that. Taking a little bit further of a look, and we'll see. Again, and if they reissue, they reissue. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But again, taking a look out, flash flood warning continues until 2:45. May get extended. Put this back into motion here. You can see the progression of the tornado warning just before it expires. And so let's see. So yeah, we're getting a new scan in here right now. And again, you can see those spiral bands coming around the center of circulation. So one spiral band moving into downtown, moving into Mount Pleasant now, moving there. Second spiral band coming into Beaufort. So Beaufort, you're in a different fire hose right now. You're dealing with a different fire hose. Savannah, you are getting closer to the center of circulation, and so you're getting, you're getting some pretty good rain there too. So, yeah. So, the questions, was there really a tornado by the Don Holt? We don't have anything confirmed. We're going to listen for damage reports. We'll be keeping an eye on that. Hopefully, nothing happened. We really hope nothing happened. There was no evidence on radar that anything happened, for what it's worth. We do have some reports of damage coming in from Dorchester County. Significant oak tree down on Highway 61 at Ashley River Drive. Several trees down on Hill Branch Road in the midnight hour. Twin Lakes Road impassable from Weir Street to the boat landing. So we do have that there. West Ashley, nothing was confirmed. It was loud. It did get loud. It did get pretty raucous there for a minute. We don't know, again, we don't know exactly if anything has touched down. Radar suggests that it did not touch down enough to loft debris high enough, but these are tropical tornadoes can be shallow. And so, again, we're looking about 3,500, 4,000 feet up in the storm here. So we're not looking directly at the ground. So that's something that, we have to, we always have to caveat that when we're looking at radar. So again, taking a look at this again, it's just a mess. It's just a mess. We get a lot of rain coming in. The wind is, the straight line wind is going to be, within these bands is going to be pretty strong. It's going to pull down some 40, 50 mile an hour gusts. Again, we're in a tropical storm warning. We have a tropical storm warning, and that means that winds over 39 miles an hour are going to be possible, and that tropical storm warning is primarily for the coast. And again, we're not done with Debby. We're going to be dealing with Debby for a couple days, a few more days yet. But right now, again, the main concern is flash flooding. We'll take the storm relative velocity back up, and again, I do want to point out that we still see areas of rotation offshore, generally weak in nature. Not much to write home about, but they are still, they're still offshore here. Well, let me fire up the. Let's see what we can see with the gate-to-gate shear product. And again, there's these areas that have some some of the lighter greens that show up on this product indicate maybe a little bit of enhanced rotation there. Nothing too crazy. Did get a question about Cane Bay. There is still, the radar is still seeing a little bit of spin aloft near Cane Bay. So Briar Patch Road, Marshall Acres Drive. Now there's no tornado warning here. So we have a report of a tree down on North Rhett. We have a report of a tree down on Yeamans Hall. Reports power flashes. Somerville, interesting. So I'm just reading the chat here. There's some good stuff going on in there. We're just gonna let's see. So, all right, it's been a night. I really, really, really need another round of allergy meds, it sounds like. All right, so again, we do have a little bit of circulation here, but again, I think that the tornado, the tornado threat is lower now. I'm looking into some additional reports of meanwhile, I have friends texting me AI generated weather daddy logos. Is that my new branding? That's terrible. If I go to sleep, another tornado warning will be issued. That is actually very true. That's just the way that's just the way this goes. So I'm just getting a look at. Just trying to scour some social for some reports here. If there's anything that again, if you're seeing anything, I just we'll want to get that over. We'll want to get those reports to the Weather Service. But again, Taking a peek right now, just looking at the radar. This is a weak rotation. The Weather Service to this point is not rewarned on it, and I have to think the longer we go, the less opportunity that there will be for a tornado to develop, which is good news, and we all love that. But we let's see. All right, so we have numerous road closures now showing up due to flooding as well. So a lot of the road closures downtown, flooding is starting to get going here. So again, again, folks, I love that a lot of y'all are staying with me. I definitely want folks to make sure that they do get the sleep they need. Yeah, so we have some heavy downpours now moving into Cane Bay. We have some heavy downpours moving on to Isle of Palms as we speak. Set that into motion here. This is going to head into Mount Pleasant, Wando, North Charleston. So yeah, you're going to get a couple more rounds of this. Generally speaking, this is headed towards Cane Hoy. This is headed towards Wando. Mount Pleasant, you're about to take it on the chin there. There's again, we're getting some, we're going to get those damage reports in and do what we can. We are, I believe we're low tide, but we still have roads closed downtown with the rain band. But the good news is that this rain band, the good news for downtown is that this rain band is lifting north, but the bad news for downtown is that there's another one coming in behind it. So ports of trees down and river towards Kiowa and one down on plow ground. That makes sense. There was circulation that went through there. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that. And then, these bands of rain, continue, and as Debby really is just kind of hanging out, is increasingly slowing down. And again, we'll take this, get this sweep here through here. And again, we're going to be dealing with some scary wind tonight. We're going to be dealing with some heavy rain. Not all of it is going to be tornadic. Keep the phone close. If you need to activate your severe weather plan, if you hear that phone go off, if you hear that weather radio go off, go ahead and activate that severe weather plan. Get into a safe place. That's what we want you to do. Hopefully we can get through this without too much more interference, but hope is not a strategy. So we want folks to be very cautious of that and make sure that you're taking care of that. So got a question about Surfside. You're going to start getting it tomorrow up that way. Especially as the center starts to linger, and Thursday into Friday is when we may be dealing with right front quadrant issues in Myrtle Beach, up towards Wilmington, Long Beach, those areas. As the current track for Debby let me go punch that up here real quick. Actually, we have a whole lot of storms out there. The Pacific is one named Fabio. That's much cooler than Debby. Sorry, Debbie's. Fabio is cool. So we'll put the track forecast back on, and and again, we have big rain bands here, but the idea is that it's going to get offshore. It's going to kind of loop around Charleston, make landfall around Georgetown, and then start to accelerate away when we get into Friday. Thank God I'm already sick of Debby. And that's where Debbie's located here as of that's kind of outdated at this point, but that's in this area. Debbie's broadening station is. So I'm gonna kill that. Let's look. Yeah, there's a high so don't, but we're gonna keep an eye on that. up. So, but again, if you're joining us, just waking up on your phone. There's no one area right now. We have some. We certainly have. Why stream just died. I think I just lost my here. Okay. So it might be lagging a little bit. We're getting into the part of the night where Comcast likes to do unspeakable things by bandwidth. So it is. So at this point, what we're going to do, at the risk of issues here, yeah, I'm having some problems with the internet here. Okay. All right, so we got I think so my internet is starting to crap out here. So I think this may be the end of my live coverage, unfortunately. I don't know there's much I can do about that. And yeah, this is no fun. But anyway, you can see radar scope is up. I don't know if you can hear me. It looks like we got radar scope back up. And you can see the bands of rain just continuing to move ashore here. So that's good. So my a little less laggy. So some updates here around Isle of Palms real quick, and then I do need to sign off. Just responsibilities wait. There's only so long a guy can go, and I don't want to be on here and start making mistakes. I think that's the most important thing here. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can. You guys see me okay? The audio is, and people are saying that the audio is good. But so we'll try this. I look bad. So thanks. All right. So I look bad. I'm gonna go back to the radar scope, but I can be heard. So we're just gonna leave it as is. We're gonna do our best here. Looks like James woke up. He's gonna run the radar. Yeah, he's gonna run the radar here, but we will need to bring this stream to close here shortly. And again, the things I'm going to leave with tonight is, the things I'll leave you with tonight is that, if God forbid, if one of those tornado warnings goes off on your phone, you gotta get into shelter. You got to do the thing. You got to do the right thing for yourself, for your family. Get into that interior room on the lowest floor. That's important. And wait it out until keep listening on. Keep listening. There's I know the news folks are there. They've got nice thing about news folks is they got other people other than me, which is helpful. I can see a pretty good looking cloud right there. On the CFC webcam that James is pulling up. We have another big squall headed back into downtown now as well. So another squall headed back into downtown. We do have some roads closed downtown. Again, you shouldn't be out. We are going to have another round of rain that's going to come through, that's going to advance northward. It's coming through Edisto Beach right now. Looks like this is going to be targeted to hit here. Maybe let's see, it's 1:32 a.m. now. So, maybe 3 or 4 a.m. we may have another round of very heavy rain and gusty winds come through. So again, we want everybody to be in a very safe place. just hunker down, hang out. No reason to no reason to push it. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to do various things. Carolina Weather Group, we're going to run another update tomorrow night. Once some of us come get off of work, we're going to run another update tomorrow night. And again, live coverage if possible. May not always be possible. We're going to do our best. But again, you can follow Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Mastodon. I'm there. Blue Sky, I'm there. We got a bot on Mastodon that spits out all of the weather warnings, sometimes faster than the Weather Service chat gets them. So so you can use that. But again, I urge everybody, have a weather radio, have multiple ways to receive warnings the next few days. We're going to be in it to win it. We've got a lot more to go. This is only it's only Monday night, and we're going to really start getting into things tomorrow into Wednesday. So that's the name of the game, friends. So anyway, many thanks to James Brierton for hopping back on tonight at this ungodly hour, and it is ungodly, to help me out, bail me out from my Comcastic issues. At this point, again, taking a peek at everything, there's no major. There's still going to be some water spouts offshore. Right now, we don't have any major areas of concern, but again, it's going to sound like a tornado sometimes. So, but don't panic. It's going to be very, very wet and windy. And that's just what we're going to have to go. That's just what we're going to have to go with. So again, I'm just investigating something that looked like a hook. I can't get the heck out of here to save my life, it feels like. But anyway, we're going to do that now. So James got to go to bed. I got to go to bed. Appreciate everybody for hanging around and your reports. Folks, and getting some donations in, some super chats tonight, everything like that. I really, we're very appreciative of that. And again, the thing that helps us the most is just be safe. Getting to, hear those warnings, do the right thing, get into a safe place. Let you know when that all clear is. So, so again, at this point, we're going to just kind of back off here. I'm getting questions about Venmo and PayPal. I'll figure it out. I do have Venmo. That's awfully kind. You don't have to do that. I just this is just something we got to do, and so that's what we're going to do. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and sign off of here. I have Venmo, so look for Jared W. Smith, all one word, on Venmo. So there you go. If you want to Venmo me, Jared W. Smith, all one word. I got banned from Cash App because somebody hacked my account and bought shoes. So they won't let me on Cash App anymore. I didn't do it. So I didn't do anything wrong. They didn't even listen to me. So jerks. So we're done with Cash App here at Charleston Weather Headquarters. So anyway, continue to keep, we'll continue to keep a watch. Hopefully we don't have to wake back up. And there you go. So anyway, friends, thanks so much for everything. And we will, this is unfortunate. They are waiting for you to go off to issue the warning. I hope not. That's the way these things seem to go, but I this can't. My ability to even has been thoroughly compromised. So anyway, friends, be well, be safe. And we will keep informed. We got a couple more days of this, and we're just gonna hang in there. We're gonna get through it. It's all we can do. So thank you, friends. Have a good night, and chswx.com. Latest updates there on the homepage. If you don't use social media, if you're not a big social media person, good place to go. All right. So signing off. Thanks, everybody. Have a good evening.